Hi there, Tualatin library lovers and LEGO fans. It's me, Blair Archer, welcoming you here into the BRIX LEGO studio for some exciting LEGO element exploration and building. Let's take a look inside the LEGO head to see what we're going to be working on today. Oh, what's this? Oh, no wonder it's getting so cold in here. It's time for our winter special. Why don't we find something fun to warm up with and keep our minifigs and ourselves toasty all winter long? Come on. Oh, it is getting mighty cold out here. I better switch to a hat. Much better. Now let's see if we can find something to keep us toasty out here. How about a campfire? If we're going to be building a Lego fire, I've got an assortment of Lego pieces here that you can look for to help you build something similar at home. You don't need all of these parts, but this is just a selection of the different kinds of things that we can try using today to build a really cool fire. Now for our younger builders, real fire is very dangerous, so make sure that you consult an adult when building or interacting with anything that's not just Lego fire. For today, our Lego fire should be pretty safe. The first thing you want to do when making a fire in the great outdoors is to make sure you have a safe place to build. That could be a dirt area or a stone area in which you can build your fire on top of. You can start by grabbing some brown plates or a gray plate like we've set up here in order to start your fire off on. For today, I put a turntable on the bottom of this so that I can spin the fire around as we build it. The first thing we need for our fire to get started is some wood. Gather up lots of different kinds of brown pieces in order to build the wooded elements of your fire. Headlight bricks and cones or cylinders like these make great pieces because they have a spot on the top or the side where you can put a flame piece inside of it. You can also gather lots of them near each other so that you can have many different flames combined to make one larger fire. Elements like jumper plates are also extremely useful because you can put fire in the top, or they can help you get lots of different pieces next to each other much closer than they could have been before, so that you can have a nice flame together. Another cool thing about the jumper plates is that if you add in Technic elements like these, they really look a lot like logs. And what's cool about them is that just like real logs, you can get fire to come out the side. So if you have some of these smaller torch flames, you can put them directly into these cross axles and then put the Technic pinhole on top of the jumper. Now you can see where it sits on top of our jumper plate. If you want to build a flame directly into the top of here, you have a couple of options. You can use either the 1x1 round plates with open holes, like this, or a Technic half pin in the top of this in order to continue building directly upward. Either one will give you a spot where you can put a flame. This is a really cool technique because it gives you the appearance of having a nice set of logs meeting together there. In the tops of your other elements that you've added, you can put in whatever other flames you have found. If you put them at different angles, they will really help fill in the space that we're building our fire at, so that no matter which way you look at it, it gives you a realistic appearance. Now we could stop here because it's starting to look pretty cool, but if you really want to put the icing on the cake, it's best to add even more parts that look like sticks. If you have any brown antennae or other bar elements like this, or these, you can add those into your fire and have it look like kindling. Remember, anytime you have these bar elements, you can combine them with these other Technic elements that look like logs. These pieces you can just lean into your fire in different directions. Sometimes it's best to give your fire a circle of stones around it, just like we would in the great outdoors, in order to protect the fire and the environment. This circle of stones can provide you with much needed barrier in order to help hold in any elements that you might use for your fire which can be loose. You can use cheese wedges to give it a rounded look as you move around the exterior of your fire. Fire is an ever-changing, organic, moving, elemental force. So you can make it as unique and interesting as you are. There are all kinds of different elements that we can add in to support our fire. Many different pieces have holes in the top, including these 2x2 round bricks, which happen to come in this bright fluorescent orange, which is awesome. And dishes. Especially if you're not finding a lot of these other elements, you can look for the dishes that you can put fire directly into the top of. If that's the route you choose to go, just make sure that underneath your dish, you still give it one more stud at least, so that it has enough clearance to sit directly onto a base plate. As you're finishing it up and you want to add a couple of little touches, you can reach for bar elements like this to attach and help really bring that extra woody vibe. You can use large ones like this antenna and wedge them in down where you have created your fire ring. You can sneak them through your flames and create a really nice looking wood pile. It can be a little fragile, but it really starts to get that realism. It's really starting to look like a nice bonfire now. Once you have it where you like it, you can put it into your scene. And you can set up some places for people to sit around it and enjoy their time outdoors. I think we're feeling warmer already. Of course, if you're having trouble finding any of these transparent pieces for your build, which you can use so many different shapes of, don't forget that it's all about the colors that you use. So if you have reds and oranges and yellows, you don't necessarily need the transparent ones, because if you make the correct fire gradient of colors going from red through orange into yellows, you can create your own flame even out of the basic brick colors. And if you combine the two, you can make a fire that looks especially raging by having the color of the solid bricks behind the transparent bricks. If you want to make your fire look like it is smoking, you can bring in smoke transparent bricks. The transparent black bricks make a great smoky color, and clear bricks, and even clouds if you use transparent headlight bricks, and maybe a stud. Right here, we'll grab just one of these guys. You can take your clouds and stick them on to your smoke trail. These pieces can be applied into your actual fire build or next to it. They can hang off there and really show that your fire is going. You can add all kinds of things in there to make your smoke more exciting. What kinds of things would you add to make your fire unique? There are many different parts that come in some of these exciting colors that could be useful for flames. It's all up to your imagination and creativity to see what kind of things you can invent that look awesome and help keep our minifigs nice and toasty. Speaking of toasty, maybe we should grab some marshmallows. Smells delicious. See you next time. Bye. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me here in the BRIX Lego Studio today and learning how to make some Lego fire. Hopefully the tips and tricks we've covered today lead you to go on and enhance your own Lego worlds with some of these new ideas. Tune in next time as we take the temperature down a few degrees and explore some of the icy, frosty, and snowy aspects of winter. And we'll learn ways that you can add some really cool elements to your builds in order to make your own Lego Winter Wonderland at home. Thanks again for joining us today. Until next time, play well and hit those bricks. Bye!